Hey gang, BetParx is a proud official betting operator of the PGA Tour and the Sportsbook app for the real Pittsburgh sports fanatic. The Travelers Championship gets underway at TPC Highlands in Connecticut. Make futures bets now on what golfer wins it all this weekend. A $25 wager on Scotty Scheffler pays $87.50. $25 wager on Xander Schauffele pays $137.50. $25 wager on Colin Morikawa pays $220. Live bet while you watch PGA golf. Bet match winners, the top 5 finishers, and more. At the beach, on the boat, the boardwalk, the lake, the mountain house, your backyard pool, the Barca Lounger, wherever you might be in Pennsylvania, New Jersey, or Michigan. Make your downtime fun time. You can play the BetParx online casino and sportsbook app in Pennsylvania and New Jersey, and the Playgun Lake online casino in Michigan. Play live baccarat, live roulette, live blackjack. Play them all right now with a live dealer on your phone, plus hundreds of exciting online slots. All the action and excitement from your fingertips, safe and simple and easy to use. BetParx, the only app that I use and recommend. Odds and slots and bets and games right in your pocket. And for new users, listen to this deal. Download the BetParx online casino and sportsbook app right now. Get up to a $1,000 casino bonus back if you're down in the first 24 hours. The casino bonus has to be wagered. BetParx.com for the details. You got to be 21 and in Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Maryland, Ohio, or Michigan. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. You love to play. You play to win. You bet. BetParx. Time now for Thursday. Is it already Thursday? Thursday headlines from the Daily Newsletter. Yesterday, 25,417 votes cast. Question: when watching the video of Obama and Biden leaving the stage, which do you see? Your choices were friendship and frailty. 69.63% of the 25,000 and change said friendship. So 70-30, let's call it in round numbers. As I've said repeatedly, that video footage just continues to be shown on a loop. Last night, clicking through.
Depending where you're watching.
Yeah, on Fox. Well, Fox just is going to town on it and showing montages of other networks and what's being said on the other networks. And then they say they're accusing us of editing the video. No, we're going to show it to you again. And so they show it again and again and again. I say it is all helping Joe Biden because it has so lowered the bar for the debate. The debate is 1 week from tonight. 1 week from tonight, 90 minutes on CNN. Jake Tapper, Dana Bash, 2 commercial breaks, no opening statements, 90-second responses, 1-minute follow-ups thereafter, muted microphones, and no live audience.
Holy moly. What is that going to look like?
Yeah.
What is that going to look like?
Given
the videos on repeat,
yeah,
that can't be the Joe Biden that shows up.
No, I mean, Biden's challenge is he's got to bring the energy,
right?
And Trump's challenge is he's got to rein it in,
right? And at 9 o'clock at night, I'm ready to go to bed. So
yeah, I know.
I
got to bring the energy too.
I got to bring the energy.
I agree.
I'll have what he's having.
I wonder how many will tune in and watch. We're totally into it. The people who watch us,
counting down,
listen to us,
right,
are totally into it. But I just don't know.
I don't either. And I know that some in my circle are just so sick of the two of them having been through all of this before.
Yeah.
And they just can't believe it. But yeah, I mean, I think this is consequential. Possibly.
I think it's consequential.
I think it's more consequential for Biden than it is for Trump. That's what I think.
Well, if Biden should have a bad night, then the conversation is going to be all about, hey, is there time before the convention to make a change?
I think Trump could have a bad night and it wouldn't matter. I don't even know what a bad night means for Trump. But in other words, I don't think anything. This is what I think. I think nothing that Trump will do matters, and I think everything Biden can do matters.
I think so many are locked in that I don't know that Biden could really blow it. But I think that there would be a drumbeat of make a change, make a change, make a change. But look, he's at Camp David. He's taken off, like a whole week in advance of this. And Trump, as I noted earlier, is coming to Philadelphia Saturday night to do a rally at Temple University.
And he will make sure to make that point when he is in his
rally. Oh, yeah,
rally.
for sure. Right. I'm here with all of you. Steve Breen, by the way, drawing for Smerconish.com today. Speaking of the editorial cartoon book.
Yes.
Come on. Look, we're showing it right now for the benefit of those who are watching on YouTube. So it's the two of them debating. Each is wearing a button. Trump's button says, I'm 78. Biden's button says, I'm 81. And the headline is Antiques Roadshow.
It's brilliant. It's brilliant. I mean, that could be the title. Yeah.
Poll question today. Lanny Davis, a guest on today's program, and I'm couching it in Lanny. I don't want you to think that I just thought of this. This is Lanny, friend of Bill and Hillary, Yale Law School classmate of theirs, advisor to Clinton in the 90s when he was the president.
Yeah.
Michael Cohen's lawyer. It's his idea. It's Lanny Davis's idea, coming from that perspective, that both Hunter Biden and Donald Trump should be pardoned and their sentences commuted. Let me just read from what Lanny wrote that is linked, of course, in today's newsletter. I was once angry with Gerald Ford when he pardoned Richard Nixon for his Watergate crimes days after assuming the presidency in 1974. With the benefit of hindsight, and many leading historians believe President Ford made the right decision. Our long national nightmare is over, Jerry Ford said after taking the oath of office. And in his wisdom, Ford realized that the healing process could never begin as long as Nixon's behavior was the subject of criminal prosecutions. Since Donald Trump was tried and convicted, a cornerstone of our democracy, the rule of law has been upheld. Incarcerating Trump would undermine that message by making him a martyr to his followers. And so Lanny Davis recommends that President Biden would show him grace, lobby Kathy Hochul, the governor of the great state of New York, to pardon Donald Trump because only she could do so. It's a state crime. And similarly, that Trump would then respond in kind by pardoning Hunter Biden for both his conviction as well as the charges that he faces on the tax case. What would be done about the Georgia case, I don't know, but presumably in all of this, you'd also have Biden pardoning Trump for the two Jack Smith indictments. So people are not digging it, TC.
No.
People who are voting on our website. So there's time for the needle to swing. But
I think people are having trouble separating the two. And therefore, they're voting one way, not the other.
Right. And I think that they're saying, hey, you're establishing parity.
Correct.
Because now you're giving Trump such an enormous break on 4 indictments, one of which he's already been convicted for. I referenced the Georgia case. Of course, the Georgia case is the Fani Willis indictment of Donald Trump in Fulton County. Fani Willis then hired Nathan Wade as a special prosecutor. Now he's out because the two were having a relationship. When did the relationship begin? Nobody seems to know. But Nathan Wade did. Marlon Wayans, I don't know this character, Quan.
Why? Why did he do this?
So Quan is a Borat-esque character played by Marlon Wayans on The Daily Show.
Who's brilliant.
It's cringeworthy. It's hysterical. Explain the what it all looks like.
So it's an interview, and it's Quan is interviewing Nathan Wade about the relationship with Fani Willis.
Right.
And it kind of reminded me of when you tell the story of being on with Stephen Colbert, and you said that Colbert stopped by your green room ahead of time and said, look, you be yourself. I'm the funny one.
Right.
You be yourself. You're the straight one, and don't try to,
That's the only thing he said to me.
That's the only thing he said.
Right.
And it kind of reminded me of that because Nathan Wade kept answering in a straight way these fairly outrageous questions, which then got to be like Quan was doing like sexual positions. I mean, it got crazy.
Yeah, and Nathan Wade.
I pulled some audio.
Yeah. I want to hear it. But Nathan Wade, as you say, just maintains like a straight demeanor and answers the questions.
What was your first thought when you had the affair with Fani come public between you and her?
I don't label it an affair.
Wifey or?
D.A. Willis is a respectable mother, a brilliant legal mind.
Right.
We spent countless hours preparing this case, investigating this.
I see how it happened countless hours, and I need a foot rub, and you know what I mean? She rub your foot, and you like, here, let me give you a massage, and all of a sudden, pump, pump, we up on this desk. Man.
What?
No. Not even close. Not even close. Not even close. Great
question. She liked it in you, or you liked it in her?
Well, that's a great question, right? So during the course of the investigation, we would meet early mornings, weekends, spend full days.
How can you not hit that? How can you not? We spending that much time together. We doing everything. We might as well.
Well, in terms of workplace romances, how many places have you worked?
I probably worked like 3 or 4 places, and everywhere I went, it was a mess.
Well, you know.
So she your boss?
So
you on that indecent proposal shit?
No.
You on that Demi? What's that white girl name that married to the dude from Die Hard?
So that's a common misconception,
Disclosure.
Right?
You on that disclosure shit?
No.
Seriously?
That's a common misconception.
All right.
She's not
Is that enough? No.
That's
okay.
enough.
But it's worth watching. It is.
Yeah, it's in the
it
newsletter.
Is hysterical, but it's also like, what was Nathan Wade thinking?
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Wow.
Although I have to believe, you know what? His willingness to sit for that interview, I think, is an insight into him, and has to be an insight into Fonnie Willis as well. You don't think of them because you see them in a straight and serious way, and she's testifying and she's angry at the way she's been held accountable for this.
Sure.
Behind closed doors, I'm kind of getting the feeling that Fonnie Willis and Nathan Wade have a sense of humor.
Well, there you go. All right, that's your takeaway.
You know?
There you go.
I mean, Nathan Wade, when he had to sit down with Caitlin Collins, he had to stop the interview and have a consultation with his PR person.
Yeah, not this
There
one.
was none of that.
None of that.
Nothing
here.
Yeah.
Well, you want to go for one cringeworthy headline
I just
to the
want to
other?
say, humor is so disarming. I think he was in on it. He was in on that joke.
He had to be.
We're not laughing at him. We're laughing with him,
Correct.
aren't we?
Oh, no. Absolutely. And he's smart enough to know what he's getting himself into when he is booked on this show, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he knows.
Yeah. Unlike Rudy Giuliani when Borat shows up, with
the girl
in the hotel room.
Yeah.
If you remember that. Okay, let me go next to the headlines, additional headlines in the Smerconish.com Thursday edition of the newsletter. Coming off the Nathan Wade story, no connection between that and this.
The only thing is, can we do more cringeworthy?
This is
yes, we
insane.
Can. This is sick.
This is insane.
Why did you put this in the newsletter?
How could I not?
Because I don't want to read this.
Okay, so
this is awful.
So a bus broke down, and there were a bunch of animals. It was a whole barnyard inside.
This is not funny.
The bus.
It's disgusting.
Okay.
You pulled this one. You're talking about it. Go ahead.
All right. Here we go. Dozens of animals are now being cared for by the Adams County, Pennsylvania County, SPCA, after a disabled vehicle call became something much more shocking. According to the organization, staff were called to the scene on Saturday near Red Hill Road after it was discovered that a trailer that the bus was hauling was carrying numerous animals. When they arrived, the local SPCA...
Why are you laughing? Honestly, what is wrong with you? You are so sophomoric. Go ahead. You read it. You pulled it.
30 birds, including roosters, ducks, chickens, and turkeys, were seized from the vehicle, along with 3 German shepherds and 1 Australian shepherd.
Really? Read on. Read on.
Oh, God. This is terrible. This should never have been in the newsletter.
No, it shouldn't have.
It should never
that is all right. He's getting a tissue. Wow. He's wiping his eyes. All right. Go ahead.
Oh, God. All right.
Are you going to keep reading it or not?
Somebody was using these animals for an illicit purpose.
And that's all you're going to say.
A bull and pony were located in the trailer.
You were gonna make me read this, weren't you?
Yes.
That was your plan.
Yeah, that was the setup.
Totally
well,
your
you were
plan.
so good with suggestions for the title to the coffee table book.
Right,
I thought you could handle this as well.
No, I'm against this.
Anyway,
it's a bad story.
It's a bad.
Don't go read it.
Yeah,
that's what we're going to say.
Oh my God! I just wanted to say the one question that I had was if the bull and the pony were being used for a certain illicit purpose, what about the roosters, ducks, chickens, and turkeys?
You didn't read on. They were being fed to the other animals.
Oh,
in the
Jesus.
Bus.
Oh, God.
It's bad.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Yeah, that should never have made the cut.
Right.
All right. Well, let's talk about Justin Timberlake.
Sure, because Jessica Biel isn't happy, and who can blame her? Thank you.
Was she in the movie? What was Jessica Biel in? Flash? Was she in Flashdance?
Was that Jessica Biel?
Or was that a different Jessica?
I love Jessica Biel.
Yeah.
I think she's too young to have been in Flashdance.
Yeah, you're probably right. Well, they say that she's not happy with Justin
And who can
Timberlake.
blame her? I mean, come on.
And that initial report where he said he had one martini.
Have you seen the memes of them pouring the martinis that are like as big as a house?
Well, there are unconfirmed reports of the night that he was having in the bar that belie the idea that he had one martini.
Oh, you mean the reports that he was drinking other people's drinks on his way to the bathroom?
Yeah, that report.
That report?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
I had the privilege of interviewing Kevin Costner.
Oh, that was Jessica Biel, Beal.
Okay, and who's this?
Jessica Biel, Biel. Different
Oh.
Jessica Biel. So you're close.
Okay.
Yeah.
Two Jessica Biels.
Yeah.
Really?
You feel better about that?
Yeah. But Justin Timberlake is not married to the Flashdance one.
Correct.
Remember the whole
Beals
pottery and
Beals.
Yeah.
No, the pottery is Demi Moore and Ghost.
Oh.
With Patrick Swayze.
Oh.
Oh boy.
I'm thinking of Nathan Wade's interview.
I know you are.
Wow, what headlines these have been today.
Yeah.
Haven't they been terrific?
Really terrific. Wow.
I was saying that Kevin Costner is now a week away from the release of Horizon. I had the privilege of interviewing him for CNN, enjoyed that experience. Howard sat down with him, and I want to hear that interview because it'll be, I'm sure he had a full, like 90 minutes or so with him. But on the subject of whether he will return to Yellowstone, Costner said, I'm not in it. I was in it for 5 years. I guess I could be in it again if the planets wanted to line up, which means the storylines, the scripts, and I wanted to work more than once a year. I love the show. I supported it. I'd like to go forward, but it has to be under a different set of circumstances. And then Howard said, do you think it goes on without you? And Costner said, I really do. I think I never would take the position, here's my leverage, the show is no good without me. I don't believe that for an effing second. I believe it would be different. I'd love to see him go back. I do love that show.
He is the star, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, John Dutton,
so
Governor
could
Dutton.
he be, can you picture it without him?
I really can't. Even though he doesn't dominate every scene, like his presence is felt. I was actually just going to make reference to Brian Cox in Succession, and of course he did die in the middle of the final season, and they concluded the season, and it made sense. But I don't know. I feel like there'd be an enormous hole in Yellowstone without him.
I wonder why he doesn't want to do it. That's sort of always fascinating to me. But I guess
he says the story that's out there about him not wanting to work a sufficient amount of time is just bogus.
So what is it then? That's my
point.
Don't know. Yeah,
don't know.
I don't know.
I only know this. I only know that in 1 week's time, Horizon comes out, and he's got it all on the line for that. He's got it all on the line for that, and I don't know who shows up in August if they don't first come see that movie in June.
Yeah.
So, anyway, all right. Go vote at Smerconish. We thank you so much for being tuned in and listening.
Read 19 of the headlines at Smerconish.com today, please.
Do not read the bus story.
Read the bus one.
I thought it was just a disabled bus. I put it in the newsletter because I thought a bus broke down, and that was in Adams County, and I thought that was newsworthy. Oh my God! And vote on today's poll question at Smerconish.com. Thank you.